Hi everyone, it's Allie. Welcome back. Today I am featuring the Harvest Fair Digital Kit by Tailor Made Cards for You, and I'm going to make a trifold album. So I did grab a piece of my olive green cardstock, and it is 11 by 8. And I'm going to score it at 3 inches, 3.5 inches, 7.5 inches, and 8 inches. Then I grab my bone folder and I'm just going to make sure my creases are very crisp. And I'm going to do that on both sides. And then that is going to be the outside cover for my album. And I'm going to use the kit to embellish and cover that. But I wanted a good piece of heavy cardstock just to start off with. So this digital kit I printed off on my LaserJet printer, and I just printed it as it came. I didn't resize anything. I just wanted to print it to kind of see what I was going to work with first. But I found that I could work with it at just the size it was at. I didn't really need to play with it. I could have, but I didn't really need to. I just cut everything to the size that I wanted it. So here I had a few pieces there that looked like pockets that I used for the size. And basically, I'm going to grab some of my score tape because I wanted it nice and strong. And I'm just going to cut that down and I'm going to adhere that one to each side of my album. And I have never made an album from scratch. So this was kind of a fun thing for me. I really enjoyed working with this kit. It printed beautifully. Fall is my favorite. So I loved everything she included in this kit. There's all sorts of papers and ephemera, tags, all sorts of fun stuff. You can use it for scrapbooking, for card making, for all sorts of crafts, anything you can think of. So there's a lot of elements to it. So I adhered on the front of the book one of the papers that had printed out, and so I just cut it to fit and I adhered that on the front. And then there were a couple elements that had printed out that I thought would be nice to adhere to the back of the book and then also on that front cover. And I did cut those out. As you can see, they were printed on the edge, so I did not cut them all the way, which actually worked because I'm going to put one at the bottom and one at the top, so it looks like they actually fit there. And I'm just going to use one of my gel mediums to do that. I decided that would probably be my easiest. I could have used the score tape, um, but I didn't want to laminate my book, and I was worried about having the ends coming up if I just used a regular glue. So I'm going to like Mod Podge it. And I like to do that anyway. Any excuse to get out my paintbrushes, I enjoy. I love painting on my glue and playing when I do mixed media and stuff like that. So I enjoy using my gessos and gel mediums and all that kind of stuff. So those are just some actually old Martha Stewart brushes that I had bought from Michael's a long time ago that I use more for like my mediums and stuff like that, not for my watercolors and acrylics. But so I'm just going to Mod Podge all of those on, and it worked really well. Everything adhered fine, and it actually gave it a little bit more of a vintage artsy feel, which I really like too. So that worked well, and while I'm working on adhering all of this, I just wanted to let you know that there is going to be a $25 gift code given. to the Tailor Made Cards for You shop. It is open to US and international. All the details on how to enter and the next creator on the hop are going to be in my description box below. And if you have not seen her store, go check it out. It is just www.tailormadecardsforyou.com. She does have a really nice project gallery. It does link to her blog. I know right now she's having a Halloween video hop starting. And I saw some really cute vintage Christmas postage stamps on there. I was eyeing those up. And I saw some Edgar Allan Poe stuff she just posted on there. So if you like digital images and the vintage look, definitely go check her out. She has some really, I think, unique and pretty items in her shop that you might really like. And I think the prices are really, really good. I really like her project gallery that I was looking at and her blog. So I think you'll find some great stuff on there. So now I'm just going along and I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to use my gel medium and I'm going to put those little postage stamps to the back of my book. And then I have my papers here and I'm putting them in the order that I want. It took me a few tries here to kind of match up what I think would look pretty good together. That's going to be the middle of my book. That was my favorite paper, the one with the tree, the bluish, and the orange on it. So I wanted that to be in the middle, so you would open that and it would be one big page. So I'm going to put my book together with fiber. So I decided to adhere the pages together just because I printed these on like more of like a glossy type paper. It wasn't that thin, but thin enough I felt like it needed a little extra something. So I made sure that they did have a good crease in them before I glued them together. And then I did I got them as close, edgewise as I could. I wasn't going for perfection just because, I am dealing with a vintage looking kit. So I feel like it can look a little bit more shabby chic and, I'm fine with that. So here, again, I'm just trying to make sure that belly band is where I need it. And I pulled out my fibers there. Those are actually from a friend of mine who puts fibers together. She has a group on Facebook. So I have a bunch of her fibers in my drawer that I will pull out ever so often. And there is my old crocodile. So I've had that thing for years and I still pull it out. So I did put holes in all of my tags. I cut out the rest of my ephemera to put in my little pockets there. And I just used my pencil to kind of give me a guide where I didn't want to pop a hole on my score lines, but in the end I don't think I really needed to put a pencil line there. I couldn't really see it anyway. It was so light. I was trying to see it, but anyway, I tried. So it took me a few minutes here to kind of decide how I wanted to put the fiber in. I wasn't using an elastic cord. But this fiber actually tied really, really well. I was a little bit worried about that. I didn't want to rip the paper, but I wanted to make sure that I was able to tie it tight enough that my papers weren't going to be going anywhere. So I did end up putting 3 fibers through. I felt like there was enough pages in this that I could do that, and it was going to hold together pretty strong. And I did have enough room to do that. So I did put 3 holes in. I did scatter them a little bit just to make sure that, one hole didn't end up pulling into the other hole. In those, I just eyeballed then. I'm like, forget the pencil line because I can't see it. So I'm going to pull those in there. So again, while I'm finishing that up, I just wanted to thank you to Monica over at Tailor Made Cards for You for giving me a chance to participate in the hop. It was so much fun. I loved your kit. I loved poking around on your site. And good luck to everyone. Please look at my description so you can find out how to enter the giveaway, and you can find the next creator on the hop. Please comment, like, and subscribe. We appreciate you guys so much. And please go check out her site and see if there's anything you might like. And as always, I appreciate you and thank you so much for joining me. Let me know if you enjoyed this or if you'd like to see more videos like this. And I decided for my tags I was going to use a different sort of ribbon. It was still from that same set there. And those fibers are called Her Royal Highness. And they went so well with these papers. I was really happy with that. So I put all of those little tags together and I just tied my little knot, and they slip so perfectly into that little pocket there. And at the end of this video, I'm going to show you some still photos. And there you have it. I was so happy how my first little paper journal came out, and I loved it. So I hope you guys enjoyed and have a wonderful day, and please stick around for those pictures, and I hope you enjoy the hop. So everyone, thanks, and until next time, bye-bye.